Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Thursday Night Fights here on G4G. Of course, you know that as a channel sitting here on YouTube, I am Napalm Dawn. We do this stuff in Marvel Avengers Alliance Redux, but before we get into the Thursday Night Fights, where I do some PvP in Beta 5.9, as we're ramping up to Beta 6, I wanted to share a little bit of an update on Beta 6 for you guys. I know everybody has been climbing the walls to get at Beta 6 since initially the team had hoped it would come out in the first quarter of the year. That did not happen as the code was bouncing around with Fix 1, Break 2. For several months now, Goofy has been inundated with taking care of a family member. He and I spoke about it a couple months back. I did not feel at the time that I should reveal it on YouTube exactly what was happening and everything, because this was a private conversation between the two of us. I've hinted at it in some streams, and I've hinted at it in some of the YouTube videos I've done in recent weeks. But Goofy is on the Redux Discord stating today exactly what's going on, so now we can talk about it and I can give you guys an update on it. Goofy's been taking care of his brother, who has required some assistance in getting along from his family, and Goofy has been one of the major people that's been taking care of him. Well, the brother got to a spot where he did have to see medical professionals, and he is now on the track to recovery. There have been some winters in the past where beta work has been delayed because Goofy has been taking care of the ailments his brother has, and that is what was creeping up again, except for this time it was occurring in the summer rather than being around the holidays. So Goofy had mentioned that coding was really tough because this is a exhausting thing that he was doing. Not only does it take time, but it then burns him out, and his free time is not as much fun as it typically is. So it's been hard for him to get time to code between dealing with the time spent helping the brother and then the time spent mentally recovering from said help. So Goofy has mentioned here in the Discord chat today that the brother is out of the hospital and has everything that he needs at home. Life should be getting a bit easier, and that he has admitted to being kind of a coding zombie for several months. There are a few things they want to do before the next release, which is Beta 6, but it's getting much closer because he's had more time to work on it. And he thanks the community for his patience. So, if you are one of those people who thinks that lies have been told about Beta 6 and everything like that, they have never been lies, because there has never been a promise to have Beta 6 at a certain period of time. To people who have spread false rumors that they have talked to devs and Beta 6 will never happen, or Beta 6 will have too many bugs and they can't fix it and all that kind of crap. That is absolute bullshit. The fact that there are certain people in the YouTube comments who continue to peddle those narratives is complete bullshit, because as you've seen when I've done videos in 5.5 and 5.6 and 5.9, there has always been forward progression in how the game operates. You've seen PvP show up. You've seen lockbox heroes show up. You've seen spec ops show up. You've seen content beyond chapter 6 in season 1 show up, and gear has been fixed, and character abilities have been fixed. Like Luke Cage was notoriously buggy a while back, and now he's fine. There are, of course, still some things to do. For example, Black Knight is joining in on attacks and countering attacks from bleeders. However, his passive of adding bleeds to slashing attacks currently is not working. That's an example of something that got better, but still requires work to be done. So that is the status right now of Beta 6. No, I cannot provide an ETA. Nobody is providing an ETA as of yet. But you can see from Goofy, who is the head coder, that he feels confident it's coming to its conclusion where Beta 6 will be out. I've made it known in videos lately that I've gone and given some of my advice or some of my input to the devs of, you know, what would be a high priority fix and what would be one that can be fixed a little bit later down the road. We've talked about this in videos like the unibeam from Iron Man. Does it come out from the chest or does it come out from the crotch? You know, how does that stack up compared to quick actions working and free actions working or flanked? Things like that. So, again, I don't have any power over the dev team whatsoever. I can just provide input and sort of be like a community manager bridge between devs and what the community is saying, and that's you guys. So, things are getting better. Things are ramping up. Beta 6 is not available yet. There is no ETA for now. If you do want to play, you can download Beta 5.2 from the description of the video. However, with Beta 6 hopefully coming in the near future, I would caution you guys on burnout. Don't spend a lot of time going ham in Beta 5.2 because there will be a reset in Beta 6, so your save, your progression will not carry over. The development team has said that they believe this should be the only and last reset that will be happening, and that is because there is code going into the Beta 6 save files that is not in the Beta 5 files, and that code is extremely important for the linear progression of PvP and the Spec Ops and everything. So, let's go ahead and get into the PvP battles for tonight's video. We have Daredevil and Black Cat. This is a bleed-based team with everybody just about capable of doing punch-out moves, but the big one will be Nerve Chop. We will not have 90 Cyclops in Beta 6. This is a bug. The wrong uniform ID was programmed into Cyclops in some PvP battles. So he is in his 90s X-Men uniform when he should not be. He was probably supposed to be in his P5, because as you can see, Emma is in her P5. Scrapper Black Cat, we have Infiltrator Emma, but I think the enemy agent is going to tank, even though I'm not getting a reading on his buffs. I will try to hit Emma and get the double attack, but... Okay, so the enemy agent is not tanking. But he seems to have sudden support in hand. Emma does a recharge. That's kind of an example of some of the bugs that will get worked on. Some people just recharge in PvP for unknown reasons. It's not always about stamina. Sometimes it happens. I'm running the rocket pistol, the custom sword of the barony, the blade of the guardian to do a bit of protection, because I am in a bruiser suit, which reduces range damage. And I have the cat claws. So I was using the chain tonfa, but I switched it to the cat claws because not only do the chain tonfa does 2 stacks of bleeds. When it counters, the cat claws only do 1, but it also shreds. And that helps if you run into a Colossus. This notepad is here because I am blocking the conditional of this particular PvP season. I wanted to do these battles for you guys, but I'm hiding the condition for this particular season. And Daredevil and Black Cat are kind of generic enough that I don't think it's going to be obvious as to what this season entails. Don't even bother guessing down below, because no matter what the guess is, whether you get it right or wrong, I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. Beta 6 is, like I said, hopefully coming out soon enough that you guys won't be on pins and needles for that stuff. No infiltrators for Daredevil, so let's get internal bleeding on the agent. The enemy agent actually does not have the rocket pistol. Huh. Extra attack. Oh, extra turn. Yeah, okay. Good thing I got those bleeds. Yeah, see, there's Black Cat's reaction ending her turn. Oh, no, the custom magnetic field generator. This thing is buggy. Hopefully... We've got to get a move that can get a straight kill without just popping the shield and letting him live. Let's see what happens. Okay, we did it. That shield has a little bit of a problem now. When it pops, it causes combat to slow down a little bit. Yeah, we expected that counter, and we're gonna get a kill. Ooh, there. Ooh, ooh, it hung for a split second. That's because of the shield. You may notice that there was no experience given out there for combat. That is a bug that is being worked on. If you... In this beta, if you do a PvE mission first and then go to PvP, you get the experience that you gained from that PvE mission. But obviously, nobody wants to do that. So that's another example of something that is getting fixed for Beta 6. We know the enemy agent is going to protect, so let's just go right at the enemy agent. We may take a Blade of the Guardian counter. Yep. Cable and Hercules, a little bit of an odd team. Not too sure what the theme is on this one. Alright, Daredevil is going to be stealthy. We've got 2 bruisers, however, even though this will enrage the bruiser, it's going to be a kill. Hercules is scary at this stage of the game. If he drops a column down, I think you guys are going to have a little bit of memory PTSD, excuse me. He's strong. I mean, even if it's not column down with the stuns and everything, Hercules is putting out a lot of damage. If these teams had a neurotrope, we'd definitely be in trouble. So we know the enemy team is, at least some people on the enemy team are bleeding. If I hit them with the custom sword of the barony, we get something called Healing Strike, which means that when I hit bleeding targets, the team heals. It didn't happen on that one because it resulted in a kill. However, I am supposed to be healing my team when attacking with that sword. When the Staff of Asclepios gets into the game, that's going to be really good. If you were to run Doctor Strange with the Terrorzing boost and some bleeds and the Sword of the Barony and the Staff of Asclepios, you've got a really tough team to beat. We seem to be facing the same team again, except Daredevil is stealthy, so I'm going to walk around the agent and get bleeds on Cable. Hercules recharged, which is an amazing thing to see. So that means I can rocket pistol the enemy agent, and now everybody's bleeding and burning. We may take a blade counter. Yeah, Blade seems to consistently counter. It's been performing pretty well from what I've seen in PvP. Another Blade of the Guardian hit, but now it's a slappy fight. I love watching the agent slappy fights there. We only have 1 stack of bleeds on Cable, so I'm going to get more before I try and do a nerve chop. Black Cat has been doing surprisingly well. Running a tanking bruiser agent has been okay. However, there are moments like that where, of course, that happens. But, you know, sometimes that's a sacrifice you make for your team. It's 2-on-1. We are healthy. However, Hercules went into tank mode, which means he's going to start countering. Daredevil is stealthy. And let's try to hit him with the fumbling so that we counter him when he attacks. He is enraged, and he will get enraged again. Ooh, it's column down. Alright, only once done. That's not too bad. Let's try to Manrikasari that. It's close. He may bleed and burn out. We'll see. Okay, good. Alright, so we have 2 more battles to go. And then we... okay. Same setup again. Gonna have to go right at the enemy agent. She's probably gonna take a blade counter, which is gonna be bad against Black Cat as compared to my agent, or maybe not. No, we didn't take a blade counter, but we're gonna have Agent Slappy fight. So first the Cat Claw, so that's extra bleeds and hemorrhaging, which was not on the tooltip. And then a Blade of the Guardian. And the enemy agent is almost dead and will absolutely die 2 bleeds. So, let's actually Healing Strike. Rather than use the Rocket Pistol, no, I'm going to Blade of the Guardian. If I can get more buffs like Strengthened, which apparently did not happen for some particular reason. Alright. Get some bleeds on Cable. Oh, column down. And my agent goes down. And we take a stun. Black Hat hopefully does not lose her. She lost her turn. Ooh, a temporal shift on her. Oh, maybe that's what the team is all about. Temporal shifting Hercules into more attacks. Kind of a weak nerve chop. That's disappointing. We are in trouble. So, when I was streaming this earlier today, Daredevil pulled off miracles. Absolute miracles. He was getting these big hits. And Hercules was also recharging like this. And Daredevil, aka Miracle Matt, was able to win the battle, but not this time. Okay, miracles don't strike twice. So that means we still got to do 2 more attacks to get... Oh my god, the same team again. What? That is a little bit obnoxious. Go for Cable. I had suggested... Oh god. Yikes, 2 Hercules. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad either. It's not a targeted attack on my agent, so not super bad. I'm gonna try for Cable, but I think the enemy agent's gonna... Yeah, the agent tanked it. But he's got 3 stacks of bleeds. Ooh, a Nin gun. Yikes. That's a lot of counters. And he's enraged. Okay, I'll take it. That's weak. And we get a slappy counter over there. Yeah, it's rocket pistol time on this one. Okay, pretty good. The enemy agent is going to melt. Oh. Yeah, that's what I think this team is about, is giving Hercules more rounds of attacking over there and getting more buffs and being more painful. And to their credit, Cable is executing brilliantly. I mean, granted, the enemy agent has not been alive when Cable has used that ability, but using it on Hercules has worked out phenomenally. But I think this time we are good to go. He needs more bleeds. Yeah, God, the enemy agent was going to tank that. Okay. Hercules recharged, but is now going to be enraged. He should have been enraged for that. That's strange. Oh dear. Ooh, no stun. Why is he not bleeding? That's really strange. Alright, he did his tanking ability. Is he bleeding? Okay, this is weird. He's like gone immune over here. We're going to win, but okay, that was really strange. Okay, can we get a different team? No, we can't. Okay, this is something that I had a discussion with the devs the other day. I was like, can we put PvP teams on a cooldown timer when you face them? Because it is for two different reasons. When you face a team that you lose to, I think it would get very... What the... Okay, that was really strange. What was that? Oh, okay, it was Cone of Silence going off. Wow, that was strange. You know, you're not going to want to face the same team over and over that keeps kicking your ass. But then again, do you want to face the same team over and over whose ass you kick, thereby reducing the challenge of it? I don't know how tough it is to... Warbringer axe. What? Okay. Out of nowhere. Just do that. I did not know that agent had that axe. I never saw those buffs going out. Alright, lucky recharge on Hercules, which means I'm gonna get Cable out of there before he does any bullshit. He's debuffed this time. I'm gonna continue the bleed so that he gets the full stacks. And maybe we can chop on the next Black Hat attack over here. Okay, Gift of Battle. Murdoch did not get the kill, so let's see if Chop will do it. Yeah, it did, but not that strong. Yeah, so I've been in some talks with them about, hey, can we get... is that the heart-shaped herb? Huh. Can we get a cooldown timer on PvP teams when you face them so that it continues to be fair? Both fair in the negative sense and fair in the positive sense. And they were like, well, you know, I'm not too sure if we want to add that code. I think this video is coincidentally a prime example of why it should happen. You know, I am up there in the ranks and wins. I'm about ready to beat the season and get X23 and everything. But I still think it is a little bit obnoxious to face the same team over and over. Whether you're winning or losing, I think it could, you know, kind of grate on you a little bit, maybe be a little bit boring. Sure, so many of those matches were high drama, and they were coming down to almost a win or almost a loss on each of those. But, you know, I don't think that's particularly pleasant to do the same team over and over like that. So there we go, folks. There is the Thursday night fights. Sorry it is a little bit late. I was watching the New York Yankees and also had some other things going on when I typically film this. So there you go. We've got an update on Beta 6 straight from Goofy's mouth on that one. you've seen some 5 PvP fights and got to enjoy Darecat, I guess would maybe be. I don't want to say what I think could be another name for it, as it may sound offensive. So I don't want to go that route. So Darecat, I think, could be how we do this one. Yeah, let's go with Darecat. Team Darecat. All right, guys. Hope everybody has a good weekend. And if you're down in Florida, hope you are safe with the hurricane. Have a good one, everybody.